This is not one of those situations where it's, you know, the owner's trying to push another CRM or another more complicated thing they have to learn. It's extremely easy to use. It'll keep the photos off of your personal device, and it just makes it so at the end of the day, you've worked a long day, you know, you did a whole drywall job. You don't have to go back to the office and then email in your photos or do whatever you need to do. You're done. You can wrap up and go home.
All right, we got Jonathan here with CompanyCam. How you doing, Jonathan?
Yeah, doing well. How are you?
Awesome, great to have you. How you enjoying door-to-door con so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Good show. Good turnout.
All right, so tell me a little bit about CompanyCam.
CompanyCam is a photo documentation app, really based on just managing the whole project, getting the whole team up to speed on what needs to get done, making sure you guys are capturing all the right photos to cover yourself, and then sharing those photos with your clients or any kind of marketing purposes.
Yeah, so what industry is mainly using CompanyCam right now? What industries can it benefit?
I mean, anytime you have to take photos. Yeah. So we're widespread. Roofing, being a general contractor, pest, HVAC, power washing, any of that is going to be a great use case for CompanyCam.
Yeah, tell us a little bit how it works. Tell us a little about what makes you special.
Sure. So we're an app-based platform. So you guys get out in the field, they open up CompanyCam, take all their photos. It's nice because they stay off your personal camera roll. So you're not going to have 10,000, 20,000
So you mean
photos.
when I'm scrolling through trying to find the picture of my son's birthday, I'm not going to see roof after roof after roof
That's
or
exactly
HVAC system after HVAC system?
Exactly.
Awesome.
So keeps everything clean, organized, but then they're already set for the whole team. So if you have to loop others in, you don't have to send anything. There's no, hey, send me your emails at the end of the day or send me your photos via email at the end of the day. That's already completed for you. So it's a nice way for the whole team to stay up to speed on what needs to get done next and just increase the efficiency of the business.
Yeah, phenomenal. Tell us a little about the journey of CompanyCam.
CompanyCam has been around for about 10 years. Started big in roofing. CEO of CompanyCam actually was working with a roofing business and knew there's got to be a better way to take photos.
Yeah, he found that need, right?
Found that need just like every other roofing and contractor sees, right? So business started right out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and just grew pretty quickly from there because that need is so prevalent in so many different businesses.
Is that where you guys are based out of, Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Awesome.
Yep.
So if I'm a roofing company, HVAC company, tell me, go into a little more details about the process, how it works,
Sure.
What the benefits are.
Yeah, so you're simply going to open up the app, get to the location, it'll recognize you where you are. You say, yep, I'm right here.
So location-based too. So it's going to tag those photos based on the location you're at.
Exactly.
Phenomenal.
Give it a project name. Client name is typically a good idea. And then from there, just start snapping away. When you're taking your photos, you have the ability to just talk your descriptions. Wow. So it makes it really quick, really easy. All your photos are also time-stamped. So if you ever, unfortunately it happens, or you got to cover yourself, okay, situations come up. It's going to say who took the photo, where, when, full descriptions. You can edit your photos. It couldn't be more clear, right?
Yeah.
Like as far as when you see a photo on CompanyCam, when you see a project, you know damn well what's going on.
Right.
You see hundreds of photos, they got descriptions, they're edited, they're tagged, time-stamped, everything you need right there on it.
So not only does it give you all those features, but it sounds like it's a really great organizational tool too as well.
Yep.
Talk to us about how does it keep everything organized, and for somebody that maybe is using their own homegrown system, why this is different.
Yeah, so as far as organization goes, say you're kind of on the sales side of things, you're going to go out first, you're going to do an estimate. When you go do that estimate, you take all your photos. That's great, right? Yeah. That's already, that folder is made. Then the install team comes in. They get to the location, it recognizes their location, so they don't have to go looking for the right folder. Hey, we want us to take this. They just open CompanyCam, it's right there. They click on it, they add their own photos, they do, kind of their next steps. Typically, they would use CompanyCam for some of those secondary features, which would be like following a checklist for the install. So, you guys, okay, this is my process. I'm going to follow the kind of step-by-step, do their walkthroughs, put in all their notes. Really, everything you'll need for the job project is going to be stored right in CompanyCam.
So it's more than just taking photos, right?
Absolutely.
You're going to tell us about some of those other features. So it sounds like you can add, your checklist, your notes. Tell us about some of the other features besides the photos.
Yeah, the AI walkthrough is a great way. So
tell me about that.
Yeah, you're doing a site walk. You're going to just go through and simply just hit start and just talk. Hey, these are our next steps. This is some problem areas that we saw. These are things to note. And you're just going to talk, take a couple photos as it makes sense, and it'll just make a whole report for you. So again, when your team gets there, they can just see everything they need.
Yeah. As far as what you're doing right now, are there other companies doing the similar type of thing?
I always say our biggest competitor is more like a Google Photos.
Gotcha.
Right? Because
Yeah.
you're either taking photos and they're kind of organized, or you're not, right? Which ideally you should be.
Right.
You know, and then if you're ready to just get organized, you're ready to make it easy, that's where CompanyCam comes in.
Phenomenal. And so you're putting it all together, right? You're having the photos, the walkthroughs, the checklist, everything geolocated in one spot. You show up. You says, hey, I'm at 102 Main Street. Oh, here's the file for 102 Main Street.
That's exactly it.
That's phenomenal.
Yep.
So what else? Tell us a little about what's next for CompanyCam. What's on the future? Tell us about, where are you guys going from here?
Sure. Our biggest thing with CompanyCam is building trust and transparency between the client and the contractor, right? So we are working on just increasing that. So we do have kind of another step coming down in CompanyCam where we're going to take that one step further and then be able to have the client kind of reach out and say, hey, I'm looking for a good contractor. And that's really what CompanyCam provides. It's like, if you're a good contractor, you're using CompanyCam, right? You're sharing those photos with your clients, right? So they see, okay, I see everything that was done. Thank you. Include that report with your invoice.
Just the checks and balances, right? Of having that openness, that transparency. The customer feels great. You feel great as a contractor that you've done everything you can. It's all documented. It's all done properly. And, maybe as a manager, as an owner of a company, you're also, you're getting the warm and fuzzies too, because you can see everything. Is it pretty real time as far as when something's said? If I'm at the back office working, I can see kind of things as it happens.
Absolutely. So photos taken out in the field, matter of seconds before you see it, real time upload.
So it really helps create those checks and balances too, especially if you have somebody out in the field that's maybe not doing what they're supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah.
So that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So if you're, what industry, I know we talked about a little bit, but specifically, let's talk about roofing and maybe HVAC. What would you say to those industries and those company owners that aren't using CompanyCam right now? What would you say to them?
One, you should be, right? But I think it comes down to how much time are you guys wasting looking through photos or trying to say, hey guys, what have you done today? Was there damage on this house, right? And having to have an office staff on payroll to manage that.
Right.
CompanyCam can absolutely accomplish that without having somebody on payroll for
So,
it.
Realistically, you're probably going to be saving money on office staff. So really a product like this in the long run is probably going to save you a lot more money than it's going to cost you.
100%. Yeah. CompanyCam is not an expensive platform, but damn, it's very powerful.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I think the tools that we use out in the field are so important because the better tools we equip our employees with, our sales reps, it doesn't matter what industry in, the better tools we can give our employees, the more efficient they can be, and the more the company benefits because that gets out to the public, right? And then that word of mouth and that organic marketing saying, hey, this company, they came out, they put a roof on, they used something called CompanyCam. It was great. You know what? Next time the HVAC guy comes out and he's not using CompanyCam, they're probably gonna be like, hey, you guys should use CompanyCam because I got to see all these photos. So that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to anybody out there, as we close?
Yeah. One thing I'll add is the end user, so the install, the actual guy doing the labor, love using CompanyCam. Yeah. This is not one of those situations where it's, the owner's trying to push another CRM or another more complicated thing they have to learn. It's extremely easy to use. It'll keep the photos off of your personal device, and it just makes it so at the end of the day, you've worked a long day, you did a whole drywall job. You don't have to go back to the office and then email in your photos or do whatever you need to do. You're done. You can wrap up and go home.
And it's all app-based, right? So it's not, we're not, pulling out a huge laptop, taking photos, emailing them over, uploading them. So it's all seamless, app-based, ready to use, on the go, built for in the field.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, phenomenal. Jonathan, I appreciate you coming.
Thanks,
enjoy Door to Door Con and hope to see you next year too.
Thank you.